Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, coming at you with another video. And today's video is going to be kind of a sad one, because I did want to put my 2 cents in on the Charlie Kirk assassination that recently happened. Now, for those of you who don't know, I really don't talk politics on this channel unless some political thing happens in, like, video game, in the video game realm, which actually I will bring up some stuff in that later in the video. There's some points I want to touch on. But overall, I try not to be like a super political channel. If it trickles into video games, I talk about it. But other than that, I'm not really like super pushy in like politics. But I am political. I do follow politics. If you don't know, I am actually conservative. If that bothers you, you can go fuck yourself. I don't care. But I am more conservative. I do like Donald Trump. And I like Charlie Kirk. I follow all the Charlie Kirk, Mark Dice, Louder with Crowder, stuff like that. I listen to him. And I always like Charlie Kirk. I always watched his videos. I actually watched more of like his YouTube short clips. I usually saw a lot of those more than watching like his full-on videos. But I always liked Charlie Kirk. I usually agreed with like what he had to say. He came out more from like a Christian perspective rather than just like kind of strictly like political, where it's like you believe in like conservative, like believe in like free market capitalism, strict border, stuff like that, individual rights, limited government. Like he came at that, he always came at it that angle, but he came at it at an angle that was more based in like Christian values, which I think are great. It's a beautiful thing. And I think it is just terrible that he got assassinated the way he did. Again, it's like realistically, he should have been in a safe place. Like, honestly, I think Charlie Kirk's assassination speaks more towards how we degraded as a society. Because in all reality, what Charlie Kirk was doing really shouldn't have been, well, this might sound bad coming out, but I'll try to word it in a good way. Like, what he was doing shouldn't have been admirable. It shouldn't really have taken that much courage, and it shouldn't have been brave. Now, don't get me wrong. Everything that he did was courageous, was brave, but the point I'm trying to make is, in America, where you have your First Amendment as freedom of speech, it shouldn't be a risky thing to go to a college campus and speak your mind and debate people. In America, we're not communist China. We're not like modern day Germany where they have hate speech laws and you can't speak out against your government, or you're going to be, either arrested or killed. This is America. And again, what Charlie Kirk was doing was just exercising his First Amendment. And again, that shouldn't, like in America, that shouldn't be a big deal. That should just be a given. But the fact that it's just like he's going into what people consider like enemy territory for like a conservative, and especially a God-fearing Christian conservative, it's like enemy territory. It's like we should not have that in America. You should just be able to speak your mind without worries of getting shot and killed. And especially on a college campus. Like, again, this speaks to how fucking degraded our society is. And to, like, normal people, too. Like, there's so many people that just accept the fact where, well, you can't say it. You can't say this there. You can't, you can't really say that out loud. That statement should never be seriously uttered in America. Like, at all. But for some reason, like, as a society, we just kind of slowly be like, well, there's some things you can say, there's some things you can't say, and we just kind of accepted that. And I think, like, what Charlie Kirk was doing was, like, shining a light on that and, like, not being afraid to speak your mind. Because we live in fucking America. You should be able to speak your mind without fear of, like, persecution or being targeted for assassinations. And again, it just speaks to like the moral degradation of fucking America. And that's what Charlie Kirk was trying to say. This is why he wanted to promote Christian values, to help combat the moral decay that we've seen in this country. And again, it's like we had the Charlie Kirk assassination. We had that Ukrainian refugee who was murdered on a train in North Carolina by that fucking animal. And again, it's just like, it is insane that this shit is happening in America. And yeah, Charlie Kirk was just pointing it out. He was debating, and it's super sad that cost him his fucking life. It's fucking ridiculous, honestly. But what I will say is the effect of his death on, like, and again, his death on, like, I guess it really wasn't on TV. It was like on live TV. It was more of like streaming and like on the internet. But the fact that people saw his death live on Twitter, on fucking like live streams and on shit like that people saw it as a live event, and like the reaction from it, and it's just like it's like honestly, it's beautiful that like his message is now really taken hold, and like honestly, this is probably gonna cause a big cultural shift in America for like a good way, because people are finally like noticing that like the left are terrible people. Like, they are just morally corrupt fucking demons. And like, you see that on sites like Blue Sky and Twitter, or not even like so much Twitter, but Blue Sky's Reddit, and you see it coming from people like teachers and fucking government officials, and a fucking Secret Service member was posting out that he was glad that Charlie Kirk died. Like, it is insane that these people that are in like high things of like authority and like should be in like respectable like jobs are these terrible fucking people. And a big reason for that is the left has been coddled so much that they completely feel fine celebrating the death of someone they disagree with. And it is fucking sick. And this is why you see them being so blatant, like making TikToks about it, posting it. I've seen one where they had a teacher in a high school get fired because she started going off about how happy she was Charlie Kirk was dead. And one of the students, thank God, recorded her little rant, secretly, mind you, because again, if she said that out loud and saw that she was being recorded, she would have fucking used her authority and probably got that kid expelled, because this is the type of garbage people these people are. They abuse their power, they're fucking thin-skinned, they are the biggest pussies in the world. Like, that's just the easiest way to put it. But luckily, the kid recorded her, posted it out on like social media, the school got wind of it, and they fired her ass. That should be a thing. Like, that's the correct response to that, because again, you're a fucking teacher. Teachers are by law supposed to be apolitical. You, as a teacher, should not let your kids know what your political affiliation is. You just shouldn't. But that only can, and again, for the longest time, that rule only applied to conservatives. If you were a conservative and your politics got leaked into the classroom, you got fired. But if you're a crazy fucking lib, oh, that's fine. That rule didn't apply to you. You're just a good person spending a good message and trying to teach these kids right. And again, that idea it's so frustrating. And there's another one I just saw on X where they had an Office Depot had to fire a manager because someone went there and ordered flyers for a Charlie Kirk vigil that they were going to have to pray at their church or something, like an event, and they needed flyers to hand out. And I think they paid for the flyers, and then when they went to go pick them up, the fucking fat-ass lib piece of shit manager, which is a woman, by the way, said, no, we didn't complete that order because we don't print propaganda. He was a Nazi, and we don't print that type of propaganda here. And it's against store policy to do that. And again, it's just like these fucking sick fucking people. And the reason why they think that way is because they don't get challenged. They go through their entire life with everyone around them thinking the same way they do. So when like something like the Charlie Kirk assassination happens, they feel so vindicated to be like, yeah, I'm glad he's dead, blah blah, and like don't think like, oh, this is gonna affect my career, because they know they're surrounded by a bunch of leftists. But what's shocking to them now is people are starting to see, wow, the left is a party of violent, fucking insane, mentally ill, just assholes. And it's just like, they're finally being exposed for like what they are and how shitty people they are. Even though they go on about how they are so about tolerance and loving, unless you think differently than they do. And Charlie Kirk exposed that shit. And again, it sucks that he had to die and get murdered in a live debate for normal people to actually start realizing it. Because it's been going on the entire time. So, again, what Charlie Kirk did was truly amazing. Again, he made Turning Point USA from, like, nothing. And it's super admirable. It's super sad that he died the way he did. And I feel bad for his wife and his 2 children. That is it's just a fucking tragedy. But, I think a good way to kind of, like, help honor Charlie Kirk's memory is to be more outspoken. And again, especially if you're like me and you're a conservative, I honestly think a good way to kind of honor his memory would be to start going into some of these, like, liberal sites and shout and, like, start debating people. Do what Charlie Kirk did by going to, like, college campuses and debating them. We could do that digitally. Like, if you're a conservative, make a Blue Sky account and start going into, like, these fucking, like, leftist communities and things like that, and start debating people. Again, not violently, don't be rude, don't, like, you know, threaten people, but just go in and when they start telling shit, like, about, like, fucking healthcare or immigration, just be like, no, I think you're wrong. Because going into their, like, safe spaces and debating them and, like, you know, actually breaking through their, like, echo chamber would probably help prevent more radicalization. Because, like, doing that, like, going on, like, Blue Skies and going on Reddit and bringing more of, like, a conservative wave to those, like, liberal, very left-leaning echo chambers would probably stop these mentally ill people from getting radicalized. Because, and again, I actually have, like, first-hand experience on this, because I'm on Facebook, and I had, like, a lib friend who was, like, super lib. Like, he believed in, like, fucking communism. He really thought he was, like, a fucking freedom fighter fighting against, you know, capitalist American tyranny. And he wanted to bring, like, this socialist revolution. And he genuinely thought he was some sort of fucking, like, hero for, like, doing it. But every time he would post on, like, Facebook about his stupid, like, communistic bullshit, I would always just comment and be like, you're wrong because of this, it never works, blah, blah. And it got to the point where, like, he got so fed up with me commenting on his stuff that he's just like, you don't have to, if you don't agree with me, you just don't have to comment. I don't want to hear your opinion. I'm like, then don't post it on fucking Facebook. Don't post it on a public, fucking forum. Like, when you do that, there can be dissenting opinion on you. And he got so pissed off, he didn't block me, but I think he made a new Facebook account, and he made sure to not add me as a friend, because he is just that big of a pussy. But, again, I think, like, really what would help is for conservatives to jump into these, like, online fucking liberal cesspools, like Reddit and Blue Skies, and just bring a red wave there of, like, an opposite opinion. Break their fucking little safe space bubbles and expose them to, like, no, there's a different side. And it's like, you're wrong in, like, the way you're thinking. And it's like, doing that will stop, like, radicalization. Like, going there and doing what, like, Charlie Kirk did by going to college campuses, doing that digitally would help people open their eyes. Again, it might not help a lot of people right away, but again, it will at least show these people that get so radicalized from like the fucking left. It will definitely show them that it's like, no, there's people that disagree with you. You're not like in this echo chamber where everyone you disagree with happens to be a Nazi, and you just can't see it any other way than that. And again, it's like that demonization that like that's so strong on the left, because again, it's funny how anyone that the left disagree with happens to be a Nazi or a racist or a sexist or whatever. It's just like anyone who disagrees with them also happens to be these things, and they don't have like the forethought to realize like, wow, it's weird that every single person I disagree with happens to be a Nazi. Huh. That's like, statistically, there should at least be one person that disagrees with me and isn't a Nazi. But like, I don't think that way because I'm a stupid lib that lives in this little fucking bubble. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Again, Charlie Kirk, what an amazing guy. Like, truly, like, he's gonna go down as like one of, like, a true American, like, icon. Like, again, being up there with the likes of like Martin Luther King or JFK. And it's just such a shame that like him just debating people on college campuses was enough to get him just assassinated like that. It's so fucking sick. And again, it's just like, I'm so like thinking about it makes me so fucking angry, and it's just like, I just want to do something. But again, I think like, you know, trying your best to break up these like fucking echo chambers is a good way to do it. But anyway, guys, I'm Shin05T5. Let me know how you feel about Charlie Kirk. Let me know if you watch like his clips, it changed like maybe your perception or opened your eyes to like another way of thinking. But honestly, like, Charlie Kirk, you truly were a hero. And I just feel so sad for his family, dude. It's fucking rough. But anyway, guys, let's talk about this down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And Charlie Kirk, you truly were a hero. Like, just amazing work. And it's just so fucking sad that things happen the way they did. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.